recording before I forget. Okay. We have people joining already. Okay, 23 people. Hello, everyone. I'm going to open the chat here.
Yeah. Need to see people.
No, we won't see the people. It's just if you go to the audience on the right side, you can see there are like 29 people so far. Hello, everyone. In the chat, it's what we're going to be using the most.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're going to do what we do for almost everything we do on Microverse, which is in the chat, put the name of the country where you are today. I am in Barcelona.
Where I am?
Spain. Yeah.
Should I say I'm in Germany?
Well, we have people from so far Nigeria, Mexico, and Jacob, you're asking if there will be a recorded version of this. Yes, we are already recording. Let me check. Yes, we are, and we're going to be publishing this in the Big Marker page and probably sharing it on Slack later. We have people from Argentina, Costa Rica, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Palestine, Africa, Mexico, Wales, Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, Turkey, Egypt, Peru, Rwanda. Welcome, everyone. I have 37 people so far. We always give everyone like maybe 2-3 minutes before we start. We have Gonzalo from Bolivia, Oksana from Ukraine. I'm in Spain today. Alex is in Germany, in Berlin. And I am really, really excited to have Alex today. We were just talking before about Alex's story, and I'm really, really excited to keep hearing about it and to get everyone else here to hear about it. It's very unique. Alex, how are you with all this pandemic? Your family, is everyone safe, staying healthy?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay.
I don't know, probably German. Some people say that Germany one of the safe country in these terms.
Yeah, it's a good press. Well, good, leadership, making sure that people are safe, right? Glad to hear that. How is everyone doing? All the people who are attending today, everyone safe, family safe? We have now more people from Mexico, Carl joining from Kenya, and we're gonna start in 1 minute. We have 45 people so far. By the way, just for context, it's like, 7:30 p.m. for me. Same for you, Alex, right?
Yes, I think. Yeah. Yes, 7:30. Yes.
We're both finishing our days. Alex is a family man, so I'm sure we're tired and our energies are not the same as at 11 a.m. But we're gonna be our best to stay awake and energized. What's your best time of the day for you, Alex? When you feel like the most energy and most inspiration to do your best work?
I think evening, when everything calming down and become more quiet, and I don't know, it's focus time for me.
I'm the opposite. To me, it's the morning, but I'm very strict by trying to not have meetings in the morning because it's like my precious time. So I try to protect it from all the noise and not distractions. Meetings something are necessary, but cool. We have 46 people right now. I'm sure some people will join a little bit later. We are gonna get started with just getting to know Alex. So just for context for everyone, Alex joined Microverse last year in September, right, Alex?
Yes.
In September 2019.
Okay.
Did you get to actually finish the entire curriculum, Alex?
I finished entire curriculum, and I'm proud that I finished entire curriculum. I think in 3 months. And I just remember that I did in average one project a day. So it was my personal challenge. I want to go with average speed, one project a day, working day. So I think I finished made all curriculum. Probably it's longer now or different. I did 40 projects in 10 weeks. I just even made this screenshot for myself.
You so far are the fastest person ever on lectures. No one has finished the program faster than you, and I think that speaks of your determination. We're gonna get to talk about that soon, but I think it says a lot about where you want to be and how you get yourself there. So I'm really impressed. So Alex has been working as a professional developer for I think it's like 3-4 months now, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna get to talk about that soon. Alex, you're in Berlin today, in Germany, originally from Russia, right?
Yes.
Cool. So let's use that as a starting point. Like, Alex, who are you? Where you come from? Where have you been?
Okay, so originally from Russia, I got higher education in Russia. Then most of my Russian career I spent in Moscow. It was mostly business career, from from manager to top manager. Then I went to MBA to INSEAD Business School in France, and after that, after some traveling around the world, Miami, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, I settled in Lithuania. And before Microverse, I spent 5 years in Lithuania doing as an entrepreneur startup, which is eventually failed, and I switched to software engineer career.
How old were you when you decided to switch to software engineering? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, so at September last year, my age was 38.
38. Okay. How did you feel switching careers after a successful career in the business side, switching to software engineering? Like, why did you make the change and how did you feel about it?
I know it's all about circumstances. You just moving and don't let yourself down, let's say, and don't stop. And I don't know. After I was, my dream was to know to live abroad, to live in Europe. And first, I was using startup as a basically as a hook to live in Europe. But eventually, startup and failed, and it's my attitude that the worse the better. Sometimes I'm saying to myself, so everything that happening is for good. So, and I use this opportunity to start something new, amazing. And basically, I considering myself as a startup. So my personal growth is also I treat this as a startup growth. So yeah, so it partially was circumstances, partially it was long dream, because I started coding probably even in early elementary school. So but it always was a hobby. I never did it professionally. It always was like super minimalistic hobby. For some reason I chose business career, and I like successfully did it in Russia, but all my business skills was irrelevant in business in Western world. So that's why I needed to start something new. So, and according my feeling, and like it's match between my skills, abilities, life experience, and current market, let's say. So it's also market product fit, let's say, that I found it. So software engineering and current demand for software engineering. So, and I'm quite happy that it happened.
That makes sense. And I know very little about this. I'm really curious to hear your view, your perception on this. Like, how is Russia and a business career in Russia different to being a professional in Europe today?
Being businessman in Russia, or being businessman in Europe, mostly you need soft skills. So it's soft skills, but how you manage people and solving problem with government, let's say, or regulation issues, how you building projects. It's all completely different how we do it in Russia in that circumstances in that political system that it exists. So and when you come to Europe, you need to relearn everything, and you cannot be, if you was top manager in Russia, you cannot automatically come and become top manager in Europe. Plus, as everyone can see that my English is not perfect at all, and when I just went, I can say that I never travel abroad until 30. So it sounds crazy now. So everything changed just in 8 years. So I never was abroad until 30, and I almost was not able to speak English until 30. So it's everything started, and I cannot stop.
It's that's so cool. I don't think we have had any guest at any lunch and learn that started the career like late, but just hearing that it's not the career, right? It's also like the kind of life you want to live, the places where you have been. It started like at the age of 30, which for many people it might seem late, but for many people, like they haven't had the chance to do it before. And I do think that software engineering is one tool, because as you said, of the market, that can actually open a lot of doors and opportunities for people to, no matter which age they are, to start. And a lot of people I hear like, oh no, I'm 30, I'm 35, I'm 40, it's too late for me. Like no, it's definitely not too late. And Alex, I think you're an example of that.
Yeah, I trying to convince people. First, I convince myself that it's never too late. It's all about the mindset. So I really like quote, or saying that you can or you cannot. It's in both cases you're right. It all depends what you choose. You choose you can, or you choose you cannot. So
Definitely.
you decide.
Definitely, I remember, I don't know where I read about privilege, as a white male person, full of privilege, and traveling a lot, you get to see realities and that are like so less privileged than one. And I remember one person describing this as a video game where there's always a way to win the video game, but some people are playing it in the easy mode. That's me. And some people are playing it in the hardest mode. Like if you're a woman and you're not like a binary gender, and you're old, and and you're black, probably that doesn't mean you cannot accomplish the same things that the other person. It's just gonna take you like so much work. But I think that you are an example, Alex, that age is just another factor in the video game of life, but it just makes things a little bit harder. It doesn't make them impossible.
Yeah. Mindset, and I think there is two factors. First, you should say I can, and second, what Microverse, what role play in my life, because as I said, I was coding all my life almost, but I was always coding not professionally, and never considered this that I will be professional software engineer. And at some point, when I eventually decide that probably it's the best choice for me in next chapter in my life, I still was missing some important part, and only probably recently I understood what part it was that. It's very important when somebody can say you that yes you can. So you not only it's super important that you're saying to yourself that I can, but even more important when somebody near you, which is competent in this field, can say yes you can. I believe in you that you can do it. So these two factors, I think, are unbeatable. If it happens with somebody, then you can do everything.
I always say that the main thing we're trying to teach at Microverse is not coding, it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset that the entire world, it's available to you. Sure, an English level, good English level helps, an internet connection will help. But at the end, today we live in this world where, like, if you believe it's possible, there is a lot that it's at your reach. And but if you're if you don't believe that it's possible, or if you don't know that it's possible, you're not going to do it. So a big part of our role is, one, to make people aware that there are different paths and things that you can do, and two, to like remind people that yes, it's possible for them. How was it for you? What was it Microverse, and what was it about Microverse that told you like, yes, you can? We are telling you that you can.
So I like to reflecting on all my experiences, and especially such a life-changing as a Microverse, and still trying to evaluate what's the role played Microverse in my life, and can I do it without Microverse, or if I can, how? So if summarize all my thoughts about Microverse, as I said already, there is a number one factor is that I was really missing somebody who around me could tell me that yes, you can. And when you and this moment, if you're asking specifically about moment, probably it's a moment when I pass through selection. So when you're passing through selection, you already feel like, I passed, probably, and they accept me. So acceptance, you probably right word, acceptance. They accept me in this cycle of software of potential software engineers. They see me as a potential software engineer. This is the key. I pass through. Not just we accept everyone. So that probably this is important. So even minimum selection. It's important. So I passed, and I'm proud of myself that I am ready there. But it's just the beginning. Then what I also thinking about Microverse, and I really want to say that there is no magic in Microverse. Microverse will not make you a software engineer. You will make yourself a software engineer. And in my mindset, to do something, you need three things. You need planning, discipline, and productivity. So and it probably this is the most important and hardest things to develop in yourself. How to be good planner, how to be disciplined, and how to be high productive person. So in terms of developing software engineer skills, I think Microverse gave me this three skills as an exoskeleton, because there is a plan, one-way plan that you need to do. It's really important, because now after Microverse, I'm trying to continue my growth, but it's way harder without kind of daily plan that you need to do. Second, discipline. So you need to do it every day, and you need to connect with your peer every day from morning to evening. It's a discipline. So Microverse give you discipline. And productivity. You will never become a software engineer if you will never finish this curriculum. So you can see your productivity, and I put for myself challenge that I want to do one project a day, including all reviews and everything that's required. And I tried to push for that. So I was really dedicated to be productive and develop skills that need to be productive. So and I felt Microverse as an exoskeleton for my skills, because I'm not perfect as most people. I quite not perfect planner. My discipline can be better, and I completely not perfect software engineer in terms of productivity. So and this is what Microverse gave me. And
No, wow, that's a great summary, Alex. Like I always say, like, there is nothing that we can help people do that they couldn't do by themselves in theory. But even the most productive people in the world, they need accountability, they need structure, they need habits, and forming those things by yourself, you might not even realize when you're like playing against you. Like, you're your worst enemy sometimes, with your confidence, with your habits. And I think having an external force that is just giving you that, it can be really powerful. We always say, our role is to give you that so you can accelerate what you can do by yourself in like 3, 4, 5 years, to make it happen in less than a year. But you didn't do it in a year, you did it in 3 months, which is exceptional. And it's exceptional in two different ways. One is that, sure, it's a long program that you managed to like compress and go through really fast. But it's also really hard for another reason, and it's a reason I want to explore it. It's a complicated topic, which is at Microverse, everything is done through collaboration, right? And you have your coding partners, and you are supposed to be meeting every day with them and working collaboratively. But not everyone has the same level of determination to do it in 3 months, and not everyone learns at the same speed. Not everyone has the same previous experience or even capacity to learn concepts. How was that experience for you? How was it to to deal and to negotiate to like make compromises with the coding partners?
Yeah, that's good question, and it was good challenge for my soft skills. How to keep, because for me it also was priority to keep good relations with all my partners, and because anyway with good relation I can move faster. I was like interested in good relations. So I remember only first partner that we start working, and it happens. I don't know. I remember it until now that we start working, and only after 1 week I decided that probably it's something not quite okay, because when we were working through first week, I had to even teach this person to scroll screen, and do copy paste and like basic computer skills, and while I was like completely ready to program and do everything. So it was hard mismatch. I take courage to complain about that. But I was replaced. I got replacement for partner, but since that I had no other replacement, and I don't know what other partners told about me, but I tried always. I had one more interesting situation at the end of the program, when we start coding with one partner, and I explicitly always saying that I want to move as fast as possible, because for me it's I have family, and this is my situation. I want to get job as fast as possible. So let's try to communicate this, discuss and resolve. So in first introduction, usually I was saying this to make it transparent, and we were working on I think in JavaScript project, and person probably also didn't know JavaScript at all. So I did it in my usual way. So when I was probably in first 1 2 days, it was too extreme for him. I was coding, and I like in 1 day I was closing project, project is ready, and I think we started second project, or something like that, and after a couple days he said, okay, wait, we need to discuss this. So, and person honestly told me that he feel not comfortable with this speed, and it's probably we need to do something with this, because it's not good for him. He cannot learn with such speed. So we found some compromises, because I think in JavaScript there were quite many personal projects. So I think we decided that let's first we'll do collaborative projects, and then I will like let him work with personal project. But even collaborative project, what we decided to do, that we will do it as slow as possible when I was driving, and person can stop me at any time and ask any question. I will stop and explain. So also that I need to say that I'm homeschool teacher, so I'm teaching my kids, so I know what how to explain 1,000 times same topic and keep patient and control yourself. So yeah, it was different situations, but I think I managed almost all of them. I cannot guarantee that nobody complained about me, but I tried my best to taking in account my situation and that I won't really move forward fast. I think I did good.
It's one of the most interesting things when you have your personal goals and the end outcome is the same, right? We all want to get a job at the end, but the timeline or the pressure, right? You have family, you have to do it fast, is not the same for everyone. So this way of learning at Microverse forces you to have to like at least have those conversations with the other person. And you mentioned like the key two words that we repeat over and over and over, which is soft skills, right? It's um, like in your opinion, how important are those soft skills in your job as a software engineer today?
It's interesting for me that, and probably one of the important key for my success, that nowadays in software engineering, more and more value soft skills, and I can say that I have huge experience through business career. I built substantial soft skills because I was managing small and big companies and teams, so I know how to deal with people and I have this experience. So I think this helped me a lot building software engineer career. Yes, and even in my current company, I also see this that to you can start as software engineer, you can start with purely your hard skills, but to grow in this company somewhere on next stages, even to become some small manager, big manager, you will eventually will need to develop the soft skills.
What are the soft skills? Because I think you and we use soft skills as something we know very well, but I don't know that is that clear for everyone who are watching today. What are like the soft skills that you think are the most important if you want to grow as a software engineer?
I think it's mostly everything about communication, how you communicate with people. Some people can specify, for example, how you accept feedback, how you give feedback, and how you accept feedback, how you communicate through your mistakes. So how you communicate through crisis situation, conflict situation, uh, how you deal with new joiners in your team, and yeah, peer programming, code review. I think it's all partially soft skills.
Yeah. Well, the one about giving and receiving feedback, it's something that probably takes a life to master, right? To do it really, really well. But it's so important. It's so important to like get to help other people, but also to help yourself without, taking feedback as a gift that you receive. You grow much slowly because you depend just on what you can process, as opposed to be open to also what other people can tell you from the outside, which often helps you see things that you might not see from the inside, right? So glad to hear that. So Alex, where are you working today?
Where?
Yeah, like the company.
So company is a Doctolib. That's very interesting of a question, because while I was searching for a job, at some point it was such a marathon that I was doing up to like 10 interviews per day, like machine. And in total, I think I'd done like 100 interviews. So all companies became the same for me. Like I was talking as a machine. And only it's so funny that it's only when I sign offer, I I don't know. I cannot explain this now because it's super weird. For some reason, I didn't know the fact that the company that I'm working, I signed offer in contract. It's like third unicorn in whole history in France. So it's
Wow.
like it's a huge. There is a blah blah car. Everyone knows there is a something else, and it's I think in second or third unicorn in France. And I only Google this and figure out only after signed contract. It's a funny fact, but yeah, I was lost track of while searching for a job. Was too focused on technical interview, selection interview.
That must have been exhausting to do
Yeah,
so many interviews.
yeah.
How did you even get to like those many interviews? Like, what do you think was the reason why you got so many interviews?
Um, Okay, it's also an interesting topic. So I started 16 September, and at 1st December I was done with this curriculum, and in December it was only half months with career prep, and then everyone went for holiday. And through holiday, I decided that no matter what, on 1st January, I will start applying for job. I will not wait when I will finish everything, career prep and all these steps. I will just start applying, and I have to admit that it was one of the best decisions because you only can learn through doing something real. So you only can learn through your own mistakes, and it's super hard go for interview and know that there is a nearly 100% chance that you will fail. uh, it's one of the hardest things that you need to prepare yourself emotionally for that you go for interview and you trying to pretend that you like real for real, but you know that you will fail 100%. There is no chance. At some early interviews, in technical interviews, I got out of 100. There was like scale. I got I think 6% out of 100. So like, and I understood that okay, now I am 6% ready to to become software engineer. But this is what you should accept. This is feedback. How you accept feedback. And this is how you accept feedback, how you're ready for feedback, how you can process feedback and go further. So I was learning through 100 interviews. I was eager and rushing to ask for feedback. Please give me feedback. Please give me feedback. I know that you will reject me in quotes. But please give me feedback. So I was looking. I learned lots of new concepts in JavaScript, in like JavaScript patterns, which I still using now, and I learned them through these interviews, technical tasks. So it was like second Microverse for me. This 100 interviews. So and I don't see any other way how you can do it from zero to be ready. So you cannot do through this training, 2-3 interviews training that you do with your peer. You just need to go there and start doing this, and at some point you will reach. So you as I think you saying this that you need only one yes. So no matter how many will be no, you need only one yes.
Yeah.
And again, it sounds crazy, but I think only in March, I think I understood, looking back, that I got my first offer, I think, on 5th or first week of February. So I started on first week of January. I had no even landing this personal page. I start applying even nothing was ready. But I started applying. No, nothing was ready. No LinkedIn tune and refine. No personal page. Nothing. But I just want to start. I want to. Market told me that what I should do. So, and I start this iteration, refining, and I built eventually personal page, LinkedIn. I tried different location in LinkedIn, how it's like A/B test, let's say, for LinkedIn, and yeah, like sounds like a crazy 100 interview, but only 1 month. It's quite short period. Even career prep told me that you need minimum 3 months. Be ready, but from zero to offer, I got in 1 month.
Wow. Before we continue, I want to remind everyone that you have the chat, and then at the top there is another tab that says Q&A. You can post all your questions for Alex there. We will save some time at the end just to go through those questions. Don't confuse the chat with the Q&A, okay? Make sure that if you have a question, you put it in the Q&A, because the chat, it's hard to keep track of. I already see some questions from Alvaro, from Trayet and Chetley. Alvaro is asking Alex, can you give us any advice, any tip to become more disciplined?
So during Microverse, it's easy to be disciplined. Just you connect every day to your peer and stay until end of the working day. That's easy. Microverse give you discipline. Just stick with Microverse. But what I also noticed, quite many people cannot dedicate themselves completely. And in my case, I have family. I even had job during Microverse. So, but still, I found time for Microverse to be focused and to be completely in to have results. There is no other way. You need to dedicate yourself and stick with curriculum, and then you will get discipline.
Zach is asking, how did you get those many interviews in just 1 month? Did you start applying like crazy, or what do you do to get a lot of interviews?
There's no other way. So it's it's a sales funnel. Let's say again, startup. First, you're applying. You just everything that you see, you apply everywhere. I know 20 profile in different websites, starting from Indeed and everywhere. LinkedIn, Stack Overflow, Angel List. I know whatever will. There is many lists of job boards. Just go there and do all of them at the beginning. Then you will get feedback, and you will see that mostly you're getting requests from this, and then you giving more attention to this, which giving you feedback, and you invest more in these profiles and start accelerate these channels. And eventually, I think I had the most interviews from, first of all, it's a LinkedIn, Angel List, Stack Overflow, and what is even more important, at some point I stop applying and I start getting and number of interview continue growing. I don't know what happened. Some presence on market, but yes. So, and until now I still getting requests and offers. I don't know. You building some presence in LinkedIn probably. Before start looking for job, I didn't use LinkedIn at all. I use it long time ago, 5 years ago, when I was in business. But now I need to redo completely my LinkedIn. Yes, and also important trick. is recruiting agencies, but you need to select them carefully. I don't remember one for US. I had very amazing this hired. They give me quite good offers, but all of them was in US and in Canada. Uh, then in Europe there is a talent IO, I think, and I cannot remember. There is a major recruiting agency that if you build good relation with them, they will start providing you with requests. That's also good automation for getting more interview.
What do you think, Alex, was the thing in your LinkedIn profile, in your AngelList profile, that captures people's attention? Because there are a lot of people that they have a LinkedIn profile, but not many people are reaching out to them. What was it about you that piqued their interest?
Hard to say. First of all, I research many other developers LinkedIn thing, and especially if I know that if like some of my friends recently got job, so I know for sure that they sold themselves. So I need to go and learn from them. But I think you need to show that you're not only software engineer, but you're also human. I would say this. So you need to show not only your software engineer side, but your human side. I think what I try to present myself that I'm software engineer, but also I'm like healthy person, homeschooling teacher. So I'm contributing to community, my family. I'm energized with doing sports, and I'm showing in my profile real passion in software engineer that I know lots of stuff. I did lots of side projects, and I keep learning and want to go further. So yeah, I think you should show passion in software engineering plus your enthusiastic human side. So you're enthusiastic human and passion software engineer.
Yeah, that's it's so important to remember that companies are not hiring machines that can write code, right? They're hiring human beings, people that they are excited to work with because they like them. They are hiring people who can learn a lot because someone with capacity to learn, it's someone with capacity to grow and to become more than what they are today. So when you see someone who is so eager to be more, to learn more, you know that it might be an investment at the beginning, but at the end, it's going to be worth it. At the same time, it's hard to tell, right? What is it about one person that makes that person be more wanted or desired by some of the recruiters or some of the companies? But I think it's important to understand or to recognize that there are a lot of factors that play a role in this video game of life and the professional career. A lot of things, and we have students in more than 110 countries, and we constantly get comments about when you're from Africa, for example, it's much harder. There are a lot of biases from companies, like racial biases, and unfortunately, as an individual, I don't think there's a lot you can do about that. So all you can do is whatever you can do on your side, which is conviction, hard work, and just staying committed to what you want to do. Because at the end, like Alex, as you said, and I usually say, you only need one offer, right? You don't need 100, and I think it's great, and I want people to leave this call not with the idea that they need to get 100 job offers. You need to get one, right? But I think, Alex, what you have shown is that if you don't show passion, if you don't show commitment, if you don't show eagerness like to learn and to do what you want to do, probably you're not going to get any offer, right? But if you put the other side, even if things might be a little harder for you, at the end, if you get one good job offer, that's all it takes. But Alex, at the end, you were kind of like deciding between several job offers. What made you decide for this one?
Yeah, so eventually I came to three job offers, which last stage interview was on site. So it's quite common, as understood, in Europe. They really like invite you on site and look on you how you work next to them. So it can be 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. They usually pay you flights, as it was before COVID. So I was invited in several cities. Yeah, actually, it was even more than I saw it. I went for Berlin, different company. Went to Düsseldorf, and I went to Barcelona. But eventually, I came back to Berlin. So it's interesting because they look on you, but you also look on them, and they checking you, but you checking them, and yeah, I tried my best to perform on site. I think 2 out of 3 on site checks I failed. But eventually I choose not go to companies that even accept me after on-site check. So for me, it's very important to have comfortable environment. I really would like to work in environment that I want to go every day, and I want to enjoy my environment, my team, my work, how everything, how it looks like my work environment. So, despite the fact that I was accepted in Barcelona after trial, I decided to not go with them because I don't know. I can just shortly explain you how it was. So it was like room, probably like, let's say 30 square meters, and there were sitting 30 people. And it's just the beginning of you to explain. It was sitting 30 people, and like 20 of them was sales on call.
Wow.
So it was like call center. 20 people constantly speak on phones. There is 10 developers in a corner, and on top of that, that building was under construction. So it was empty building. It was some reconstruction, and probably company to save money decided to still stay in like building under construction, while in all building almost was empty. Everywhere on all floors was constructions. And so you in one area you was hearing how 20 people speaking, and another how somebody drilling next to you some holes. So, and at the same time you should like sit and code and deliver some, I don't know, hard problem solutions constantly. So for me it was clear, like almost comic. I cannot even think about this without smile. I don't know how the founders of this company was looking around and haven't noticed this. But for me, it was a comic situation. That how it even possible to sit here and normally work and expect people that they will deliver and, like, I don't know, bring your company to next level. If you treat people like that, so just, I don't know, like a rats.
Did you talk to any of the other people working at that company about this?
No.
Because I would be surprised if you were the only one who felt that was not good enough.
I had no chance to speak. Especially on this topic, but for me it was like probably they fine. I don't know. They probably spent several years, and I don't know. Probably it was communicated somehow for them specifically that let's sit shortly in these conditions. But for me, nobody communicated this. Nobody. I like my first visit. I was really shocked when I was like I came in office first day and like what's going on here somebody painting, somebody drilling, somebody calling, and like and dust. You can imagine out of this construction works like dust and team lead like almost like clean my seat and said, okay, this is your seat.
It doesn't sound like a good beginning for sure.
Yes.
So and how long did you do that trial for?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and after that, they were supposed to say yes, we want you, or you were supposed to tell them I want you, or how did that go?
They want to continue, but they wanted to continue, but I communicate that thank you. Probably I don't want.
And your family was with you in Barcelona those 2 weeks, right?
No, when we got offer from Barcelona, Barcelona was my favorite and my family favorite city, and it was like a dream. When we got offer from Barcelona, we thought, okay, that's great. We're going to Barcelona and we're going to live in Barcelona. And when I went for trial, I said, okay, I will do my best. So I will pass through this trial. And and you can meanwhile select apartments. So it was super dramatic decision, but I had to take it, and I don't regret that I need to disappoint my family that we will not go to Barcelona. So it's soft skills how to communicate such a news to family. So I succeed, and now we are happily in Berlin.
In Berlin. Well, that's exciting, and Alex, whenever you want a job in Barcelona, we can make that happen. I am in Barcelona. I know so many people that would be like really happy to have you here. So don't, you can tell your family that it's still, possible. But, I'm not saying this just to be nice. This is actually the value proposition behind Microverse. It's like not just to help people get to their first job, second job, third job, fourth job, and make sure that you continue growing. And with your determination, Alex, I have no doubts that you will go wherever you want.
The word.
Okay, perfect. Let's make it happen. We'll work with the rest of the coaches to make it happen. So someone was asking a pretty interesting question. I don't know if you have an answer to this, but it's like, how did you handle during the interviews the situations when you didn't know enough to answer a question? What did you say?
I don't know. Sometimes it's quite okay and acceptable to say I don't know. I don't know. I need to research. For example, I don't feel really bad about that. Just be yourself. Be honest. Especially it's face to face. You cannot fake anything face to face. If super mature software engineer in front of you and you amateur software engineer, don't try to fake. Be honest, and that's appreciated. Also, be honest and to say I don't know. Nobody can know everything, so you just say I don't. I never worked with this topic, so but I can tell extreme story. One of the interview when I really don't know anything. So I had interview, and it was Russian company which hiring freelancers remote. and one of the stage was face-to-face peer interviews, quite often peer programming. So you connect, you share your screen, and they give you task. And so my task was to create like crude React application, which like front end and back end, which with simple form, which can create. You can enter information and store it on backend. So, but time limit was so insane. I think it was 30 minutes. So including everything like environment setup and like everything. So and funny part that before interview I broke something in my laptop, some dependencies or whatever, but I could not even run simple React template application. So I spent only 10 minutes to fix everything and just start coding like basic scaffold for application. And then guy asked me, okay, so 9 minutes left. And I just started, like nothing is done. So it was first time like super clear for me that I will not deliver even, I don't know, 10% of what needs to be done. So I said, okay, can we? It was first and one single time out of 100 interview that I said, okay, can we just stop now, because I feel that anyway I will not do anything. So can we just stop torturing me, and we just stop now, and thank you for this opportunity, and good luck.
Yeah, the world of interviewing can be painful. And who knows, maybe they were testing exactly for that. Can this person deal with this situation where they don't have enough time? How do they react? You never know what companies want to know, but
Yeah,
you can only be yourself, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, but yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing market research of all styles of interviews.
Mhm.
So I know a lot about interviews and how people doing and what's like. Also good to say that almost never experience two equal interviews. Like at the moment, I was amazed how many these tools and platforms, all this automated, like HackerRank is just one out of, I don't know, 100 platforms that provide automation for interviewing.
Yeah, it's a whole world. So we're running out of time, and I feel like we could keep talking for hours about this. I still have like 30 questions in the list that I wanted to ask you. We're not gonna have time. So I'm gonna jump to the last one that we always ask, which is what is one piece of advice that you will give to someone that today is either considering starting a career as a software engineer or in the process of doing it?
I think you first question you need to answer why you need it. What's the reason? Do you really? I don't know. It's important decision for a long time, and same as since I just from startup experience as investors always asking me, are you ready to spend next like 5-10 years with this startup? Like same here. Are you ready to spend the next 5-10 years with this profession? Are you really passionate about it? Are you really want to do this? What needed for this profession? So be honest. Answer this question to yourself first, and I think it's a good start.
That's a really good starting point. Well, Alex, thank you so much for being here today. I know it's late after work. You have to go back to your family. So I really appreciate it. And, I know on behalf of everyone who participated today, we're very grateful for your time, for sharing your story. Every story, it's so unique. And I'm glad we had the chance to hear yours. I hope that, we get to meet each other in Barcelona for your next job someday. And until then, keep, putting all that passion into what you do. And again, thank you so much for being here today.
I'm planning vacation in Barcelona.
Please let me know. It's weird right now with all this COVID and all the restrictions, but we will make it happen. Okay.
Okay, great.
I'm
Great.
looking forward to it, Alex. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I know that
Thank
we
you.
had more questions, but we ran out of time. So again, thank you, Alex. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.